Hello and welcome to chapter 4, lecture number 2. So it's time to start working on our first building, the medieval structure. And the first steps are very important, so let's get started. So before we do anything in the viewport, I like to open a background image that will help us to have some reference. And before I open that image, it's good to switch to the Cycles render engine, so we won't work in the Blender render. We have to do that all the time, but it's worth it. All right, we press N and we scroll to background image and we click add image, open. So I go to my folder and it is stored right here, and you can download this in the lecture downloads. We click it and open. You won't see the image yet, so first close the right tab, pressing N, press 1 on the numpad and 5 on the numpad. So now the building, the building is visible. And I want to create this building from the reference. We do not have a blueprint, so we have in some way use our imagination to make this looks right. And don't be scared, because it's maybe a little hard way, but in the end it will really help you to make the building you like. So from any image you can create the building. So I want to size this cube so it has the right measurements. So I go to edit mode, tab Z to make it transparent, and I press S to scale it, and then dragging it with G. So I want the top and the bottom to be in line with the building on the left side of the building. Pressing S to scale it a bit more, G. All right. And we press S to scale it again, SX, something like this. Yeah. So I think that this is the right measurement for the building, but we can adjust this later if not right. So what you see right here is in fact this part of the building. And I go to edit mode. I'm selecting these vertices, the top ones, and pressing to extrude it. So it hits this point. All right. So we do this again, extrude, something like this, and press S, X to scale this. X a bit more, push it a little bit upwards. Okay. Now I'm switching to the side view. So I'm pressing 3 and I'm selecting everything, S, X, S, Y. And now I have a sort of the length. All right. I'm selecting the front, pressing E, extrude this a little, extrude this a little bit. And if this went too fast, you press Shift to have more control. And I'm extruding this part of the building. So if I go to the front view, press 1, and I press scroll, Z, we have this shape. And it looks pretty good to me, pretty good. So the only thing what I want to do is press the top and push this a little bit more upwards, because the roof is more sharp, a triangle looking shape. All right, as you can see, it also has a sort of a side wing. So to create that, we select these vertices, Shift, holding Shift and right mouse button, but you can also go to Control Tab, Face Mode, Shift to select these. What you prefer? Oh, in my opinion, the vertex mode is really nice to handle, but if you want to face mode, that's good as well. So press E, extrude it, left mouse button to move it to the left, and Control Tab vertex mode. I select these vertices and scale them down. Okay, I think it needs to be a little bit smaller, something like this. So let's take a look. what we have right here. So maybe I'm doing this a little bit quick, but it's a great way to start working on the building. And you can watch this again and follow me in my movement. What we now have is the core of the building. So we have the base, and we can still tweak this later. So we can make it smaller, or the length. For example, if you look here at the bottom, you can see the sort of brick. So if you select the bottom, like so, and you press E, S, extrude this, holding Shift, E again. So we can still make additions, and now we have that shape as well, right there. And in the following lecture, I will continue to tweak this base to make a more realistic looking building, but this is a very important step, and do this right. Yeah, if you've seen, we use the reference image to make this happen, and I hope that worked out. If you have any questions on this particular way of modeling, let me know and I can help you with it on the dashboard. Okay, hope to see you in the next lecture. Bye bye.